In the early 2010s, before even turning 20 years old, Matteo Manassero became a multi-time winner on the European Tour. Many were anointing him as the next Seve Ballesteros. However, after this tremendous start in his career, he's yet to live up to that moniker. Greetings, y'all. It's your Anak Peter Mata, and today we're going to be talking about what happened to Matteo Manassero. Born in Verona, Italy to Roberto and Francesco Manassero, Matteo picked up golf early on after taking a lesson from Franco Mestroni, who was a pro at the Garda Golf Country Club. As Matteo grew up, so did his golf game. Under the tutelage of Alberto Benaghi, Matteo built up a great early career. At the age of 16, he defeated Sam Hunsby in the final match of the 2009 British Amateur Championship. With the win, he became the youngest winner of the event, and it qualified him for the 2009 Open Championship. At that Open, Matteo witnessed firsthand in the first two rounds Tom Watson's wonderful play. Matteo himself also played great, as he not only made the cut, but he also finished tied 13th, which was good enough for low amateur in the silver medal. With his British Am win and low Am at the Open, hype began to build for Matteo to turn pro. As I stated in the intro, many were already comparing him to Seve Ballesteros, who happened to be Matteo's idol growing up. Despite calls to turn pro, Matteo stayed an amateur to the 2010 Masters. During that time, he rose to the number 1 world-ranked amateur. And in that 2010 Masters, Matteo became the youngest player at the time to ever make a cut, and he also captured low amateur once again. Then, a couple weeks after turning 17, Matteo finally decided to turn pro in May of 2010 and play primarily on the European Tour. Throughout that 2010 European Tour season, Matteo built a great rhythm, and heading into October, he had already had 3 top 10s and was close to winning twice. In October, at the Castello Masters Costa Azar, Matteo got his first European Tour victory. Winning by 4 shots, he became the youngest player ever to win on the tour, and he also secured his card for the next 2 years. With his great results, he was awarded the Sir Henry Cotton Rookie of the Year, and he built from there going into 2011. In 2011, he kept his form and picked up his second European Tour win at the Maybank Malaysian Open. He played solidly throughout that whole year, and he even played a little bit more on the PGA Tour. In 2012, he once again had a good season. Very similar to his previous 2 years, Matteo picked up a handful of top 10s, and he won his 3rd European Tour win at the Barclays Singapore Open in a playoff against Louis Oosthuizen. With these results, he was the first teenager to win 3 times on the tour, and he finished 13th on the Order of Merit. In 2013, Matteo again built on his success and had his best season. Just a few weeks after his 20th birthday, he picked up his 4th win at the European Tour's premier event, the BMW PGA Championship at Wentworth. There, he had a clutch approach shot in the playoff and 2-putted his way to his biggest victory. Overall that year, he finished a career-best 10th on the Order of Merit. Clearly, things were going just as planned for Matteo. He seemed to be well on his way to becoming the new star for European golf. Unfortunately though, this is where his game and promising career began to slip. While many were predicting he would make his Ryder Cup debut at Glen Eagles in 2014, Matteo sadly did not produce the results needed to earn a spot on the European team. Overall, he had a very pedestrian year with only a couple top 10s, and he regressed to 60th on the Order of Merit that year. In 2015, the bottom began to really fall out. Matteo's best finish was tied 18th, and he only made 6 out of 22 cuts. Overall, he dropped all the way down to 168th on the Order of Merit. At one point between 2015 and 2016, he missed 15 straight cuts. He did bounce back slightly overall in 2016 as he finished 73rd in the Order of Merit. However, it wasn't something he was able to build upon. From 2017 to 2019, he declined significantly. On the Order of Merit, he finished 114th, 122nd, and 293rd respectively in those years. To retain his European Tour card, he had to go back to Q School in 2018 and 2019, and in both years, he failed to earn it back. After using up all his exemptions and sponsor invites in 2019, he was left with no status for 2020. Of course, because of the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, Matteo hasn't gotten to play much. Recently though, in September of 2020, he did get his first professional win in 7 years on the Alps Tour, which is 2 tiers below the European Tour. While that victory is a positive sign for a possible comeback, it's still a far cry from what was expected from Matteo. Which brings us to that big question. What exactly happened to Matteo Manassero? Well, from personal observation and research, it appears Matteo's case is a common one among shorter golfers. It's a case of chasing distance. Apparently, when Matteo played in the WGCs and majors in the US, he felt with his distance he wasn't able to compete effectively. At the time, he was averaging about 275 yards off the tee, which yes isn't the longest, but we do have to say he was producing. Nevertheless, Matteo decided to undergo body and swing changes in order to gain speed and distance. Unfortunately, the changes didn't work, and it also seeped into other parts of his game. For one, he only made marginal improvements in distance, and in exchange, he lost his accuracy. Additionally, because he focused more on his swing, his short game suffered, and he lost his once free-flowing stroke. Of course, once you're not able to trust your game, then there comes the confidence problem. Like I said in my recent Thai try-on video, it's tough dealing with the pressure of being the next big star, and also dealing with a first-time slump in a game that once came so easy to you. As Matteo said in the midst of his struggles, quote, "It was a really tough time about a lot of things, with myself and more technical things. There were a lot of up and downs and some pretty deep ones, but it's something that a person has to face in being out here. Being under pressure and having to perform because people expect you to perform, it just increases the problems even more, and that's what it was." So clearly, Matteo understands what the problem is, and from reading about his current status, he's remaining positive as he works to figure things out with his now swing coach, James Ridyard. As I stated earlier, he did recently win in 2020, so while it's a small win, there are signs a comeback could be in the works. And you know, crazy enough, Matteo is still only 27 years old. So at the end of the day, while he might not be the next Seve or the rival to Rory McIlroy that many thought he would be, he's still young enough to revitalize his career and maybe battle Francesco Molinari as the face of Italian golf. I, for one, personally hope he does. He seems to be a nice guy with a good attitude. I think if he can find comfort in playing his game and not worry about getting longer, then he might be able to get his form back. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. What do you think happened to Matteo Manassero? Before ending this video, I would like to say thank you all for watching our channel this year. We started this venture a short 5 months ago, and honestly, it's grown more than we thought it would. Understandably, a lot of you are here for the golf stories, but I will always encourage y'all to give our other content a look. We keep it honest and fun, and try to talk about interesting topics. This will probably be our last video for the year, so until next time, we wish y'all a happy holidays. Definitely keep giving us topic suggestions. We're looking forward to providing more content next year. Anyways, thanks again for watching y'all, and as always, please like, subscribe, and comment below. Your words mean something to me.